Anna, congratulations on the news that you're heading off to UConn on a scholarship. It must be exciting times.
Yeah, thanks a million. I'm delighted. I can't wait.
I suppose, look, tell us a little bit about when did you start thinking about UConn as an option for your education? And I suppose the plus side as well, it's also a hockey university and a hockey, I suppose, a place where you can really hone your skills. You don't have to look too far to see the last trailblazer to head over to UConn.
Yeah, I know. But I always kind of wanted to go study abroad, like in America, and I knew obviously the hockey over there would help me out, and it could be a way to get there. But kind of in the back of my head, I was like, oh, I may as well just stay here. Like hockey in Ireland's going well, and I love my club team. Like everything's going well for me. And then, like I was really late. Like I didn't apply to go there in fifth year, like most people do. I didn't apply until about November of sixth year. So I just started emailing coaches, hoping for the best that I wasn't too late. And then some started coming back. And then after that, it was just figuring the rest out from there.
And I suppose we all know about the American sports and how scouting goes on for colleges in be it lacrosse, be it college football, basketball. Did it involve you having to send highlight reels or kind of, footage of you playing, that sort of thing? Tell us about that process.
Yeah, well, I kind of credits to my dad. He helped me out, and like some past coaches, I had to ask them to send me all the video they had of me, and I kind of made a video, put it together, and then sent that along with an email and hoped for a few replies, just hedging my bets, really.
And I suppose you would have gotten plenty of advice from your clubmate, Roisin Upton.
Yeah, of course. She was a great help to me, and definitely at the beginning when I was like figuring out the processes of just like the SATs and emailing around coaches, she was always helpful, and any questions I ever had, she would answer for me. So yeah, it was great to have her there.
This is, you've represented Ireland at underage levels. This is, if anything, this is going to be an opportunity to improve your career and to really grow as a hockey player. Obviously, it's an education as well. But I mean, you saw the pathway that Roisin has taken, and it hasn't done her any harm.
Yeah, exactly. If I could do what she's doing, I'd be pretty well off. But I'm hoping it'll just help me out in my career, and I'll figure out my own path too.
And of course, obviously huge involvement with Crescent College, part of the Kate Russell winning team last year, captain this year. How important has the school been in the development and Catholic Institute as well, of course, of your hockey career?
Yeah, massively. Like all up along through school, we'd won cups and leagues. And like my coaches, Colin and Gary this year, like definitely supported me a lot. And all coaches there, and the same with Institute, like they helped me out even when I was going back asking them for video and just like kind of references to send on to the next colleges that I was applying to. They were always helpful and encouraged me, and even now like the support I'm getting is overwhelming from actually getting accepted to the colleges. They've all been so good to me.
And I suppose, what now? Your Leaving Cert is cancelled. Doesn't really matter, I suppose, in the sense that you've gotten the scholarship. But strange times, but exciting nonetheless. When do you expect to be in the US in situ for the beginning of the first semester?
Well, at the beginning when I accepted, I only accepted the scholarship there about 2 weeks ago, like kind of the end, a bit more than 2 weeks ago, the end of March. And at that time, the plan was to start pre-season on August 12th. And then, but since then, it's kind of times have changed. It's a bit different. We don't really know when the semester is going to start. It was supposed to be the end of August and our first game starting then, but it could be a little bit delayed now.
And I suppose you're back to the dreaded word, individual plans and individual training plans. Is that something that you're going to try?
Exactly, yeah.
Something you're trying.
Training in isolation.
Yeah, the cancellation of the Leaving Cert, it's a really strange one. And I suppose in your instance, the fact that you had that scholarship has taken a lot of that pressure off. But I mean, trying to keep sports going with the view to going to the US to developing the hockey career and the educational career, I suppose it's turbulent times and nobody really knows or has a pathway through the end of it at the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely strange times. We're not like supposed to be planning like we used to be and looking to the next thing. It's all about just figuring out what we can do now and continuing that day by day until we know what's ahead of us.
Just finally, you've obviously done a bit of research on the college. What are the American college hockey competitions like, or how are the formats, or what is the collegiate hockey system like in America?
Yeah, it's quite different. It's a much shorter season, obviously, because the weather and stuff over there, like at the start, you play field hockey, as they call it, and you're playing until like every day of the week, and you could have 2 games a week until from August to like the end of November, and then it switches to like some colleges play indoor then in the spring. So I look forward to that next challenge because I've never really been into indoor hockey, so that should be interesting.
I suppose, Anna, like from your point of view, there's been a lot of coaches that have helped you along the way, be it schools and clubs, to get to this point, and to, I suppose, to as a part of your success. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, school coaches I mentioned earlier, Colin, Gary, and then as well all the Irish coaches and my club coaches especially. Oh, I messed that up anyway.
Yeah, no matter. Look, I'll start that again. 1 sec. No, there's no panic.
Edit.
All this can be cut out anyway. Anna, like there's been, you know, for a hockey career that's still in its infancy, there's been a lot of people who've had good influences, be it from schools and clubs along the way.
Yeah, definitely. Like my Irish coaches from under 18 have always like helped me out, and I think thanks to them, they kind of pushed me on to the next level. And as well, my club coaches have continued that high level of intensity now that we're in the IHL Division 1. So definitely thanks to all those people, and of course my school coaches, as I mentioned earlier.